Friends, welcome to this Tableau video. Today we'd like to explore set actions in Tableau, how they work. And for this I already connected to the sample Superstore dataset. It is the default dataset which is always available if you download Tableau. By the way, if you want to try the software for free, you can do this without any additional costs. There's a 14-day trial version which has no limits, so feel free to try it, download it yourself. So for that, you see I've connected to the data and I have here various sheets from this Excel file as well as various named ranges in here. Now, in our case, it doesn't matter whether we choose one of the named ranges or the sheet directly. So I go with the orders sheet here directly by simply drag and drop the table inside this data source in here, this view. And I got an overview of the various columns in the data source as well as here a field list, which gives you a few additional informations. Now, of course, we can now adjust the data type, for instance, or do other kinds of calculations and maybe hiding fields or apply certain data source filters or decide whether we use a live connection or an extract. In my case, all these settings do not really matter because it's an Excel file which is on my local desktop, which is quite fast. So I don't need to think about any kind of performance issues regarding live or extract or any kind of filters I want to apply. But of course, if you're dealing with real-time or with real-world data in projects, then please keep an eye on these settings here and choose what's best for you. Now, let's go to sheet number 1. Let me tick this option, and then we can see here on the left side, we got an overview of all the various sheets, in this case, the columns we have from the sheets specifically, and all the measures which are included in here. Okay, so now let's actually create at first a view. So let's say we use the default example. Let's choose the categories, drag them into the rows, and then choose maybe the subcategories as an example. So like that, we can drag them into the rows as well. And then we get here for each category, the subcategories, right? And if I also drag a measure inside, let's say sales, to see a bar chart here, I got the bars, sales figures as bars for each of my category, subcategory combination here. Let me make this a little bigger like that. Okay. Now let me go to format, let me go to workbook, let me increase the text size here. Let's say this may be 12. Okay, so this is a little bigger. You can see it better on the screens. Of course, you can sort the data in here, can click here, and then I sort them in here from biggest to the smallest one. Okay, so that works fine. However, one issue with people often have when they see this is, or they ask whether they can do a drill in from category to subcategory. So they don't want to see both of them together. They want to actually drill in, so have the option to drill, but they don't want to see it by default. And then most often the answer is yes, we can do this by simply creating a hierarchy. So we could say we choose subcategory, and to create the hierarchy, the easiest way, at least for me, is simply drag and drop it on top of the category. So let me do this one more time. Let's do it like that. Okay. And here we go. We got the name. Let's click OK. And then we got here the plus minus symbol also applied already. We got the hierarchy in here. And now I can click on the minus symbol and drill up. And if I want to drill down, I can either click here or later on in the dashboard, I can hover over the categories and then I click on the plus symbol in here, like that. So that's fine. However, then people ask, well, okay, the drill works, but now I can see everything. I don't want to drill in like that and see then each subcategory for each of the categories. What I want is I want to only click on one of the categories and see the subcategories. So how do I do this? So there are various options, and two which come in mind are either set actions or parameter actions. Now here I'd like to show it to you with set actions. So let's do that. Let's actually create a set based on the category. So let me click on the little white down arrow or right click on category and say you want to create and then specify a set like that. And then by default, let's actually take the technology for now and let's name this category set. That's fine. Click OK. And now we got our category set in here. Okay. And now let's create another formula. Go in here, create calculated field. And for this calculation, we this is our drill down, and here we say if, simply check with an if condition, and also let me make this bigger. Okay, so the if condition is if the category set. So if something is selected from the category set, then I'd like to see the subcategory, and else I'd like to see the category, like that. So we could do it this way. Of course, you could also use an empty space. It depends on what you want to do, but let's actually try this one for now. So that means that if the category actually is in the set, then we would like to see the subcategory, else we'd like to see the category. Meaning, if someone clicks on the specific category, then the category should be automatically put into the set, and the subcategory should be displayed. Otherwise, the category should be displayed. Okay, so then let's do that, and let's actually click on OK. So now we have our drill down, and now let's actually maybe drag this into the view, just to see that. Maybe first let's actually drill up again, and let's drill in. Where is it? My drill down, there it is. Let me drag this into the view, and now you see the behavior. So currently the furniture is drill down, also the category, office supplies, also office supplies, and technology, because this is currently in the set, shows the subcategories for technology. And of course, if we would change the set, let's do this manually for now. Go to edit set here, and now choose a different one. Let's go from technology. We say we want to choose furniture, and let's click apply, and let's see what happens in our view. Click apply, and now you see the changes, and now the drill down is for the furnitures. So here we can see the subcategories, and for technology and office supplies, we can see the default value in here. Okay, like that. So this is that, and then we could say okay, and now we can create a set action here. So we could say, because currently I'm on a worksheet level, I go to worksheet here and say I'd like to create an action. Now this action is currently this workbook, that's fine. Actually, the action is actually for the sheet. Let's actually use the sheet and say we want to add an action, and we use a change set values action. Because we have a set, the set itself is in this case our category set, even though in this case this doesn't matter. Simply say it's on sheet number 1, that's fine. The target set, this is important. We choose here our category set, so the one we have created, and running the action should assign values to the set, that's fine. And clearing the selection, you can do everything you want. So you can remove all values from the set, like that maybe, for instance. Now let's click OK and select. Make sure it's running on select, and also choose if you want a specific name for that. For me, that's fine actually. So I click OK, and now I click on technology, and we see we got technology. If I click on office supplies, I see office supplies. If I click on furniture, I would see furniture. And that's it. So that was it for the set actions. So you can play around them, drill down if you want, and yeah, basically try this out. And of course, this works for all different kinds of, in this case, dimensions you have. So category and subcategory is just an example which works for the Superstore dataset. But of course, feel free to choose this and do this for whatever kind of data you have and you want. Okay, so that's it. If this was interesting to you, then please give the video a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. As always, take care, stay healthy, and hopefully see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.